Either you're getting results or you're not, okay? Or you're not, period. If you're not getting results, it's because you don't know. I know people who have been in the gym for years, even on steroids and testosterone, and they still haven't gained 1 pound of muscle. They still look the same as they did 5 years, 6, 7 years ago. Okay? I know people who know everything about business when I talk to them, but yet they don't own their own business. I know people who know everything about relationships, yet they couldn't have a positive functioning relationship to save their life. Now, as Wes says, to know and not do is to not know. Because if you did know, not only would you know how to do it, but you would know the importance of why you have to do it now. Not 10 years ago. You know what that's called when you do something 10 years ago and you're still talking about it today? That's a has-been. You're a fucking has-been. I don't care what you did when you were 19, motherfucker. I don't care what military branch you were in or what you fucking achieved 10 years ago. You're only as good as the achievement you're working on now. That's called a has-been. And some people imagine themselves as a has-been, but were really a never were. You imagine that you were some fucking bodybuilder because you lifted a couple weights. You imagine that you did something successful because you made $1,000 in a week one time. You imagine that you were some fucking business owner because you had a goddamn lemonade stand. Well, let me tell you something. You are a never were. But how about you become a leader and a have and a doing? No matter where I am in life, I listen to other men who are where I want to be, who have what I want, so I can get where they are. I will spend 5 lifetimes trying to figure it out on my own and never get there, when I can learn it in 5 years or less from men who know exactly what they're doing, who in turn listen to other men above them. Self-awareness and honesty with yourself is key, and that's why I'm always talking about being honest with yourself. We have to be honest with ourselves as men, and I'm going to be very honest. You probably look like fucking shit, and your wife hates it, your kids hate it. I don't care what your wife tells you, she does not want a dad bod. She would much rather hang on to some muscle any day of the week. I promise you that. I can't count the women that eyeball fuck me as I walk downtown, even with my shirt on. And they're walking with their boyfriends, which I actually hate. But they do it because they would like to see a man that's dedicated with discipline. It increases your mental output, increases you emotionally, spiritually, chemically, physically. Any father knows that your children will not do what you say. They will do what you do. You can tell your kids what to do all fucking year and they won't hear a damn thing. But you know what they will do? Exactly what you're doing. They'll eat the same food you eat. They'll live the same way you live. They'll think the same way you think. They'll develop the same habits that you have. There is only one way to lead, and that is by example. Example. There's only one way to lead, by example. You have to be the change you want to see in the people that follow you. You have to put the work in. There is no other way around it. And if you're looking for an easier, softer way, that's the problem right there. You need to do what you hate to do and learn to love it. I love what I do now. I love going to the gym every single fucking day. And on the one day that I'm supposed to be resting in my program, I work out here at the house. I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing ab workouts, I'm doing burpees, I'm eating right. There is no fucking cheat day. There is no cheat day in life. You are either going to get results and win, and your level of winning will be determined by the work that you put in and by what you learn. What you learn on your own and what you learn from other men. I don't care what your wife tells you. They tell you what you want to hear because they love you or they care or they don't want to start no shit. Or maybe it's because you'll cry and act like a bitch. But self-awareness is key to getting results. You cannot fix a problem that you cannot see. But whether it's mental health, physical health, financial health, if you can see that problem, recognize it, you can overcome it. You think you don't have this strength, but you do. I've been shot multiple times and once in the face with a .44 Magnum. I've been blind and had to learn how to walk with a walker because I was never going to see again. I was an alcoholic from 9 years old, 10 years old, until I was in my 30s. My life was fucking hopeless and fucked. Growing up in Section 8 to a single mother with zero fucking guidance. When my mom left home when I was 15, 16, then I was really fucked. You don't know, man. You don't know the strength you have in you until you look at it like it's do or die, life or death. When you look at it with the utmost importance, like it's everything you have to do in order to make it. Don't you think your family deserves better? Don't you think your friends deserve a leader? Don't you think you deserve to be the best man in your life that you possibly can be? Because I think you do. I think you do. And these men that are rising up now, becoming leaders and leading other men, because it's going to become very popular. I've been speaking out for this the last 10 years. But the last couple years, I've made more progress than I ever have. And I'm about to lead other men out of the depths of hell and into the light. That is exactly what I'm doing. And I hope that you're one of them. Because we are changing the world. When men get their testosterone pumping, we change the fucking world. We've been sitting back for too long, letting everybody do what they do, letting shit being pushed in our kids' face that's fucking sick. But now we're going to stand up and lead. And as this grows, we're going to change the world with a quickness. Because that's how men fucking operate. Let's fucking do this shit.